Welcome everyone, Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today we're taking a look back at Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 1 to try to answer the newest and most puzzling question that fans have had. Why is the Upside Down stuck in 1983? In Season 4, Episode 7, Nancy, Steve, and the rest of the gang reveal a shocking new discovery while trying to escape the Upside Down. While searching for guns in Nancy's room, the team comes to the conclusion that the Upside Down is still in 1983, as Nancy's last journal entry was November 6th of 1983. This is an extremely significant date, as November 6th, 1983 is when the series starts off, the day that 11 opens the gate to the Upside Down, the day Will is taken by the Demogorgon. Nancy's journal entry leads the team to believe that the Upside Down is 3 years in the past, with our current timeline running in 1986. But I'm going to tell you that this is a clever ruse. I believe that the Upside Down is not stuck in 1983, that it remains parallel with our own dimension in 1986. But unlike the existence that we have come to know in our Hawkins, the events within the Upside Down Hawkins have been much more tragic, which is why we have seen the Upside Down as this barren, lifeless wasteland that has become home for nightmarish, interdimensional monsters. So the real question here becomes, why is the Upside Down so different? What happened to this universe, and where did all the people go? I believe our answer can be found in Episode 7, when we discover that Henry Krill, Dr. Brenner's first patient in the MK Ultra project, is in fact Vecna. Before the battle would send him to the Upside Down, Henry explained to Eleven his views on humanity, that he sees humans as a waste, counting the seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, and years until we die. Even before becoming Vecna, Henry was a deranged individual, a raging megalomaniac with a deep obsession with spiders. Henry's twisted perceptions on humanity would only be even more exacerbated as he transformed into Vecna when being teleported into the Upside Down. As a boy turned man, Henry already tortured, killed, and absorbed powers from his mother, sister, and several patients, along with staff members at Brenner's lab. So now, finding himself in a new world, unbound by those who once controlled him, Henry, with the powers of a god, would do only one thing in this new world, the same thing that any supervillain aims at accomplishing: to exert his dominance and power over the weaker, lesser beings that inhabited this new reality, to become stronger, and to seek revenge against those who have wronged him. A character arc very similar in scope to Magneto in the X-Men series, which is an ironic comparison as we have seen Vecna use his powers in the same way we've seen Professor X use his. Arriving in the Upside Down in 1979, Vecna would have 4 years before the events of 11 opening the gateway in 1983. 4 years to eradicate mankind and terraform the planet into conditions that would be more suitable for Henry's deified and relatable creature, the spider. I believe that over the course of these 4 years, Vecna, aka Henry, orchestrated an elaborate plan that would culminate into a global apocalypse for the Upside Down, and simultaneously create a two-way bridge between these two dimensions. We know that the Upside Down had to have provided a livable habitat at least up until 1983, and that mankind was continuing to exist at least up to the day that the gate was formed. But now, as we have seen, the Upside Down through the course of 4 seasons is now void of any conventional form of life, left with demigorgons, demidogs, demibats, and the Mind Flayer, along with Vecna. I believe that everything that has transpired with the gate, the Upside Down, and the creatures that have haunted the people of Hawkins over these 4 seasons have all been under the guise of Vecna's master plan to exact revenge on Dr. Brenner, Eleven, and the rest of mankind. That the Upside Down has developed into what we see it as now which is a manifestation of what Vecna sees the ideal world as being, and that the Upside Down is not actually stuck in 1983, but that life just ceased to exist as of 1983. Before opening the gate in 1983, 11 had made contact to a being from another dimension. I believe this was actually Vecna channeling his powers and using his connections with 11 to create the bridge that he would use to terrorize our dimension. It was through this contact that the gate was formed. Creatures began to spill over, and the terraforming began. While Dustin may think of Vecna as the 5-star general of the Mind Flayer, I believe that it's actually quite the opposite, that the Mind Flayer was in fact a creation of Vecna. And just as we saw characters in our own dimension become part of the collective whole of the Mind Flayer, I believe this same series of events happened to humanity in the Upside Down. And without anything or anyone in the Upside Down to stop Vecna, the growth of the decay and death has now consumed the entirety of the Upside Down. In episode 6 of season 4, Henry tells 11 that his true power was found when he focused on memories of anger and pain. It's this same power of anger and pain that Vecna has used against his victims throughout season 4, haunting his victims with terrorizing visions, crippling them with fear before striking. But this is not unique to season 4. We've seen many characters fall victim in seasons past to similar terrorizing visions. We saw Tommy, Will, even Joyce fall victim to these same level hauntings. Something that Vecna would have subjugated onto the people of the Upside Down, just as we already saw him as Henry subjugate the patients and staff members. I think the final 2 episodes of this season will reveal that it's been Vecna all along for the entirety of these 4 seasons. We'll get the reveal of his master plan of terraforming our dimension into that of the Upside Down. And somehow our teenage heroes are going to have to figure out how to stop him. I don't think that we'll see Vecna killed off by season's end, as I believe Vecna is essentially the Thanos of the Stranger Things universe, and that we'll see further exploration into his backstory, his connections to 11, and the ultimate final showdown between the two, all in season 5, which is currently slated to be the show's final season. With that being said though, it's going to wrap things up for my thoughts on why the Upside Down is the way it is, and why it is in fact not stuck in 1983. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on the Upside Down and what you think of Vecna's plan. What is he really up to? Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If so, then please be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if this is your first time here. Both are greatly appreciated and really do help support the channel. Until next time everyone, this has been Profane, and I hope you have a great day.